Hi there and welcome to my 9th tutorial on HTML and web structure. In this tutorial I'm going to talk about JavaScript. This is the introduction tutorial, so I'll just show you how to build JavaScript and how to use one of its commands. JavaScript is a scripting language used for various things that we can implement on our page. The scripts consist of variables, functions, arrays, objects, and so on, which you can use for validations, for example, or for display on the screen. And so various things are possible with Java. Of course, in this tutorial I'm simply going to show you the introduction, which is JavaScript itself. How does it look like? Where do you place it? And also show you a method which you can use to print out something on the page. So let us start with the script building. JavaScript is flexible enough to allow us to create scripts in both head and body. Of course, where you create your script will depend on the page itself. I mostly create it in my head, and we will mostly create in head in tutorials of JavaScript. But there is a possibility to create your scripts in body, and so you can create your scripts in body as a JavaScript. Also, you can write the functions between those scripts, so functions, arrays, and stuff like this. It pretty looks like a C++, for example, JavaScript, or Java. It's pretty similar. To create the script, you go to your head or body, in this case head, and simply write this tag, script language. There's no T. Okay, script language equals, and you just say JavaScript, like so. So that's a script, a finishing tag. Okay, so that's your script, and between this you place your code for JavaScript. As I said, if statements, loops, and such goes in there. Then you can use it in your methods. For example, in body you can have a button. If button is clicked, then you have some kind of event happening or something is printed out, and so on. And so that's how the JavaScript works. Also, there is a way to define version of the Java. You can also add a version of the Java. I'm not doing this. You can do it, but I'm not gonna do it. You simply add the version number, for example 1.2. So instead of writing Java, you write Java 1.2. I'm not doing this. If you want to, you can add it. I don't think it does matter, but it's just for you there. So if you want to use it, it's there. Okay, so between those it goes your code. You already know that, and you already know that Java is very similar to the syntax as well as the functionality. Well, the syntax may be similar to Java from the JavaScript, not C++. C++ is different a bit, but the functionality is pretty much, when it comes to basics, it's pretty much the same as we have every single thing from Java in JavaScript. So for example, variables, we have different types of variables. In JavaScript we also have different types of variables, but the declaration is a bit different. So we don't declare the variables normal way, it's a bit different, and so that will come in future tutorials actually. And also if statements and loops and such are available in JavaScript, so this is not just limited to some kind of document.write or something like this, which I will show you later on. Yeah, sometimes when the browser is old, when you write a JavaScript code, just between here you write some kind of code, and someone runs it on the old browser, or something is wrong with the code, I don't know, the code will be displayed on the page. Now, to prevent doing this, and to prevent this from happening, so that your code is not displayed when the browser is old, for example, you have to use a special thing. Well, it may seem as this is the worst idea ever, but to prevent from showing the code, you actually use a comment tag from the beginning to the end of your script. Now it may seem outrageous because, well, you comment out your code, but actually it doesn't comment out your code, and it's preventing the code from being printed out. So this one is actually used in JavaScript, the comment tag, which is basically something like this. You place it at the beginning, so it's less than sign and a exclamation mark like this. So this is the beginning. Then you just write whatever you have there. Next line, don't write it on the same line. Just next line you write your code, and at the end, also on the separate line, you just do something like this, and that's your comment. So basically this one, whatever is between those two, is like a comment, but it has normal functionality as a script. So if you say something in the body, something prints out on the form or something like this, it will still work. But if the user's form in browser is old and doesn't support the JavaScript, and so it will simply omit this, and it will not print out the code which is between those two. So you also protect your code, so someone will not see your code like this. Well, it's not actually protected, but it doesn't matter. Nevertheless, this is how you can protect your code from being displayed, let's say like this, to the user when the browser is on, for example, some mistakes. And let's move on to this one statement I was talking about previously. The statement is document write, and it allows you to output something onto the screen of the user on the page. So simply say document dot write and open bracket, and you simply state your string or variable later on. Sorry. So for example, hello world, like so, and you close it with bracket and stuff, and at the end you place the semicolon. Semicolon is crucial with the statement like this. In pretty much every language, you always add the semicolon to end the statement. You also add it here, so you have to add the semicolon at the end, and then you have new statement. For example, if statements, on the other if statement, when you have a condition, you don't add semicolon. But that's also the same in different languages, not just JavaScript. So it's pretty much the same rules apply. So what will happen when I save this and show you the page? So it's simple. F5. As you can see, my Internet Explorer is old, or it's restricted a bit as well. But if I allow it, it will simply print out hello world. So if you get the same thing as I do, this little box, which will ask for the permission to run this script, just allow it. It's pretty simple. Okay, so this is how you can print out stuff onto your screen with JavaScript. Of course, now the document refers to the document as this is the document, isn't it? A HTML document. Write is simply write or output something, and output whatever is between those two quotation marks. So that's how this statement works. Of course, I will show you later on. I will show you more statements, variables, and such will come, and you will learn those stuff. So it's pretty vast topic, about 10 tutorials maybe. It will be about JavaScript only, because it covers from variables to objects, and it's quite large. So you have to know each aspect of JavaScript. If you want to be more interested, let's say, I can tell you that I will show you how to do animations with JavaScript. It's not some kind of great animation. It's simple animation with simple images. I'm going to show you. There is a tutorial available already on my webpage, which shows you how to create your animation with JavaScript, with the help of JavaScript. And if you don't know JavaScript from the beginning, you won't understand what's happening there. So I suggest you have to start from the beginning. But nevertheless, you will learn a couple of useful stuff, couple maybe less. And that depends on what type of pages you create. And that's pretty much it about this introduction. The introduction ends here. As I said, I will show you more in the future, and it's pretty interesting. It's JavaScript, so there's loads to come. And this tutorial is ending, so I will just say my byes and see you in my next tutorial. Bye.